Good afternoon all. Welcome to the lecture of Advanced Discrete Mathematics. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in last lecture we have seen the examples on the joint homomorphism, mate homomorphism, and there is one example that is the isomorphism between the two lattices. And we have seen one more example that is EPS and T are any two lattices with same number of elements. Then power set of S with inclusion relation and power set of T with again inclusion relation are always isomorphic. Okay, and after that we have seen one more definition that is lattice as an algebraic system. Since lattice is a set, it is equipped with two binary operations, that is a meet and join, and it also holds the some properties, that is idempotent, associative, commutative, and absorption. Okay, and after that we have one more concept which is nothing but the sublattice. Okay, let us see what is a sublattice. Okay, so a non-empty subset L dash of a lattice L is called a sublattice of L is called a sublattice of a lattice L if A and B are any two elements which are belonging to L dash, then A join B and A meet B are also belonging to this L dash. Okay, so what is a sublattice? If there is a non-empty subset L dash of a lattice L, then that L dash is said to be a sublattice of a lattice L if for any two elements AB belonging to L dash, A join B and A meet B are again in L dash. That is, L dash is closed under both the operations join and meet. That is, its simply meaning is whenever we will take any non-empty subset L dash of a lattice L, then that L dash will be a sublattice whenever every two element subset of that L dash has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. It means if a subset itself it is a lattice, then we say that the corresponding subset will be a sublattice of a lattice L. That is, an algebra L dash with two operations join and meet is a sublattice of a lattice L, sublattice of a lattice L join and meet if and only if L dash is closed under both the operations join and meet. Closed under both the operations join and meet. Okay, whenever there is a subset L dash of a lattice L, if it is closed under both the operations join and meet, then that subset must be a sublattice. As it is closed under join and meet, it means every two element subset of that L dash has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. This will denote least upper bound, and this one is nothing but the greatest lower. Greatest lower bound. Okay, so whenever every two element subset of L dash have a least upper bound and greatest lower bound, then the corresponding subset is said to be a sublattice of a lattice L. Let us see one example. If capital S is a set and L be a lattice, which is nothing but power set of S with inclusion relation. Sorry, here this will be inclusion relation, but here meet will be, as here power set of S and relation will be inclusion, then join will be union, and meet is nothing but the intersection. So this will be a L. Then only those subcollection of L, those subcollection of only those subcollections are the sublattices of L. Are the sublattices of L which are closed under intersection and union. Okay, as they are closed under intersection and union, it means every two element subset of this L has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Now tell me whether every subset of a lattice is always a sublattice. Yes, if there is a lattice L, then whether every its non-empty subset is a sublattice. If suppose there is a set, yes, having elements are A, B, C, D. Then how many elements in power set of S?
16.
16, that is 2 raised to 4, 16. Okay, now we will take one non-empty subset of this power set of S. L is now it becomes power set of S with union and intersection. This will be a lattice L. Now I will take one subset A of this lattice L, and A is nothing but this one, phi singleton A, singleton C, AC, and ABC. And now we have to check whether this A is a subset of L, since all the elements are in A are again the elements in L. It means A is a subset of L, and this will be non-empty. Now we have to check whether this A is itself a lattice. If it is itself a lattice, then it must be a sublattice of a lattice L. Okay. And for lattice, we have to check whether every two element subset of A has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Yes, whether this A is closed under both the operations intersection and union.
Yes, sir.
Since whenever we will take any two elements in that A, whenever choose A and singleton A and singleton C, union of these two is nothing but this one, and that one is again in E. Intersection of these two phi, which is again in this one. Instead of this, if we take A and ABC, then union of this one ABC, which is again in this set only. Intersection of singleton A and this one is again singleton A, and that one is again belonging to A itself, which implies A is closed under both the operations union and intersection. Both the operations union and intersection. One more example, that is, if suppose B will be a subset of L having elements are phi singleton A, singleton B, singleton C, and doubleton BC. Now first tell me, as this A is closed under both the operations intersection and union, whether this one is a lattice. A is now lattice. As A is a lattice and which is a subset of L, which implies A is a sublattice of a lattice L. Now tell me whether B is a sublattice of L.
No, sir.
Why?
No, sir. A union B is not in there. B.
So here singleton A and singleton B be any two elements of this B, but having union is doubleton AB and which is not in B, which implies B is not closed under union. Whether this one is closed under intersection.
Yes, sir.
B is
Yes,
closed
sir.
under intersection, but here there are two elements, singleton A and singleton B, which having union is not belonging to B, as B is not closed under union, which implies B is not a sublattice of a lattice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we have to check whether the union of two lattices is again a lattice or not. Here we have checked. First we have seen what is a sublattice. Any non-empty subspace L of a lattice L is said to be a sublattice whenever it is closed under both the operations join and main. And it will be whatever will be joined. As here power set of yes with inclusion relation will be a lattice, then here join will be work as a union and intersection is nothing but the mean. Okay, it depends on which set is there and which operation is defined on that poset. Okay, now we have to check whether union of two sublattices is again a sublattice or not. First, let us take one lattice L having elements are 1, 2, 3, 6, sorry 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Be the lattice of factors of the element 12 under divisibility. Okay, in last lecture we have proved that the factor lattice is factor the poset will be always a lattice. D6 is nothing but the all the elements which divide the 6. Here we have taken lattice L as a divisors of 12, since there are 6 divisors of 12, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Now this one will be a lattice under the relation divisibility. Now here we will take two sublattices of this L, and from that one we have to check whether union of these two sublattices is again a sublattice or not. So let us take capital S as a lattice 1 and 2 having elements are 1 and 2, and T will be another sublattice having elements are 1 and 3. Now what is S union T?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Now first check whether S is a sublattice. It is itself a lattice. Whether S is a lattice. Whether every two element subset of S has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. As 1 divides 2, what should be the least upper bound? As there are only two elements in S, so we have to check for only those two elements. Okay, so 1 divides 2. Then which one is the least upper bound and which one is the greatest lower bound?
2 is least upper bound and 1 is greatest lower bound.
Greatest lower bound. 1 join 2 is nothing but 2 and 1 meet 2 is nothing but 1. Since this will be the Hasse diagram of that two elements, here somewhere 1 and here somewhere will be 2. Since 1 divides 2, it means 1 is related to 2. Then in Hasse diagram 2 will be at some higher level than that element 1. Okay, so join of these two elements will be 2 and meet of the 1 and 2 is again 1. So the two element subset of that lattice has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Then S must be lattice. Similarly for 1 and 3, as 1 divides 3, then by the Hasse diagram it is again a lattice. Okay, so S and T are the two lattices. Now we have to check whether S union T, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, will be a sublattice or not. Yes, whether this one is a sublattice. First we have to check whether this one is a lattice. If it is a lattice, then that set 1, 2, 3 must be a subset of this L. This one is subset of L. So this will be a non-empty subset of L. So if we have to check whether S union T is a sublattice of L or not, then it remains to check whether S union T is itself a lattice or not. That is, we have to check whether it is closed under the given operations or not. Yes, whether S union T is a sublattice.
No, sir.
Why? If it is
Join
not,
of
then
2 and 3 is not in S union T.
what should be the join of 2 and 3?
6.
As here relation will be divisibility, then least upper bound is nothing but the LCM of these two elements. That is LCM of 2 and 3, and that one will be 6, but 6 is not present in our given S union T. Okay, so which implies S union T is not closed under join. join. As it is not closed under join, which implies yes union T is not a lattice. If it is not a lattice, then it means it is not a sublattice, which implies yes union T is not a sublattice of a lattice. Yeah. So from this one we conclude that union of two sublattices, union of two sublattices may not be a sublattice. Okay, may not be means here there is a possibility that the union of two sublattices may be a sublattice. Can you give one example of such a lattice? Take same signal. Tell me yes and T having union will be again a sublattice. That is, we have to take yes and T in such a way that yes union T is closed under both the operations join and meet.
Yes is equal to 1 2. T is equal to 1 4.
T is equal to 1 and 4. Then having union will be 1 to 4. What should be the list upper 1, 2 and 4?
4.
Which is 4, which is present in yes union T. What is the greatest lower bound of 2 and 4?
1.
Why happen? 2 and 4 is GCD 1
2 sir.
2, which is again in yes union T. What about 1 and 4? 1 and 4 LCM will be 4. 1 and 4 GCD 1. 1 and 2 LCM 2. 1 and 2 GCD 1. So this one, that is, if yes equal to this one and T equal to 1 and 4, then yes union T will be this one, which implies yes is a sublattice of a lattice. Yeah. So hence we conclude that union of two sublattices may not be a sublattice. Either it is a sublattice, may or may not be. Okay. So we have taken both the examples. Now, next there is one more example. Let Dn denote the set of all positive divisors of n. Positive divisors of n. And if suppose L is a lattice which is nothing but D30, that is the divisors of 30. What are the divisors of 30?
1 2 3 5.
1, 2,
6.
3, 5, 6.
10.
10,
Yes.
50,
Yes.
30.
30. एवढेच आहेत का?
Yes sir.
कशावरून? Number theory शिकलाय आपण. If suppose we have to find out the divisors of 30, then we have to find out 2 of 30 or sigma of 30?
2 of 30.
2 of 30, which is nothing but 2 of. First we have to convert it in the
2 into 3
prime
into.
factors, which is nothing but 2 into 3 into 5,
Yes sir.
and which is nothing but 2 of 2. As we know that 2 is a multiplicative function. Whenever GCD of Mn will be 1, as here GCD of all these 3 will be, as these are 3 prime numbers, then having GCD will be 1 only, which is nothing but 2 of 2 into 2 of 3 into 2 of 5. What about what is the value of 2 of 2? Divisors of 2 2 असतील,
1.
1 आणि 2 2 असतील ना.
Yes.
What about 2 of 3?
2.
This is again 2.
2.
And what about 2 of 5?
2.
2. And which is nothing but 8, and that one is equal to this one. Okay, so D30 is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15 and 30. First we will draw a Hasse diagram of this lattice. Now, which one is the least element? As D30 is a lattice with respect to division, then which one is the least element of that lattice?
1.
1 is the least, since 1 divides all the remaining elements. So here somewhere will be 1. Now tell me the immediate successors of this one.
2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30.
Whether 6
2,
will
3,
be
sir.
the
Sorry.
whether 6 will be the immediate successor of 1. 1 divides 2, 2 divides 6.
No, sir.
Then
2, 3.
yes. What about 5?
5 also.
So 2, 3, somewhere here will be 5. Whether other than this one will be the any immediate successor of 1. As
No,
5
sir.
divides 10, 10 is not a immediate successor. 2 divides 6, 6 is again not a immediate successor. 3 divides 15, 6 divides 30, 5 divides 30. So these are the not the immediate successors of 1. Now we have to join all these value points. Now tell me the immediate successor of 2 and 5.
10.
10 is
10.
the immediate successor of 2 and 5. So this will be 10. What should be the immediate successor of 2 and 3?
6.
Which is 6. Okay. And 5 and 3 will be 50. And 30 will be the immediate successor of these three, 6, 10 and 50. So here somewhere will be 30. Okay. So it should be the Hasse diagram of our given lattice. Now, let us take D6. What should be the D6? That is all the divisors of 6. Positive divisors of 6. 1, 2, 3 and 6.
Yes, sir.
And these 1, 2, 3, 6 are again the divisors of 30 also. It means D6 will be a non-empty subset of D30. Now tell me whether this D6 is a sublattice of L. As in previous lecture, we have already proved that D6 will be a lattice with respect to the relation divisibility. It means it is both closed
Yes,
under both the
sir,
operation
sublattice.
join and main. So D6 is a lattice. It means it is obviously a sublattice of L. What about D10? What are the divisors of 10? 1, 2, 5 and 10. Whether this one is again a lattice, D10.
Yes, sir.
What about D15? What are the divisors of 15? Positive divisors of 15.
1, 3, 5,
1, 3, 5,
1,
50.
3, 5 and 15.
50.
Okay, so these three are the sublattices of a lattice. Yeah. Okay. If suppose there is one set A having elements are 5, 10, 15 and 30. Tell me whether this A is a sublattice of L. Yes. Again, we have to check
Yes, sir.
same relation divisibility here. The least among them will be 5. Somewhere here will be 5. Here, what are the immediate successor of 5? 10 and 15 are the immediate successors. Here somewhere 10, here somewhere 15, here 30. And from that one, we have to check whether every two element subset of this lattice has a least upper bound or and greatest lower bound. Whatever will be the elements A, B, any two elements in A, then A join B and A meet B is always belonging to A, since every element is comparable with other element. Okay, so A join B, this will be a not a chain, but every elements are comparable. Okay, so here A join B and A meet B always a member of A, which implies A is a lattice. As A is a lattice and A is a non-empty subset of L, which implies A is a sublattice of L. Lattice. Yeah. So here, in case of Dn, we have one important note there. In general, if small m divides the n, then dm must be a sublattice of n. dm is a sublattice of dn. Sublattice of dn. Okay. So from this above example, we conclude that whenever m divides n, then dm must be a sublattice of dn. Here, these are the examples. As 6 divides 30, then D6 will be 1, 2, 3, 6, and it is a sublattice. Same for 10 and these 10 and D15. 10 and 15 both are the divisors of 30, and D10 by the construction of D10 and D15 both are the lattices. It means these are the non-empty subsets of L, then they are the sublattices of L. Again, so whenever M divides N, then Dm must be a sublattice of Dn, and also all the multiples of M in Dn form a sublattice. Form sublattice. It means whenever we will take any, that is D6, and if we multiply this D6 by some M which divides N, take 5 divides 30, and multiply this one by 5, then what are the elements? 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3, and 5 into 6, which is nothing but this set. So that is 5, 10, 15, and 30, and which is again a sublattice of Dn. So here there is one important note for Dn. If M divides N, then Dm is a sublattice of Dn, and also all the multiples of M in Dn again forms a sublattice. Okay, इथपर्यंत कोणाला काही डाऊट?
No, sir.
Now the next point will be the some special lattices. That is, here we have to see the types of lattices. Okay, now in a lattice, every pair of elements has a least upper bond and greatest lower bond. Okay, so as a consequence of this fact, one can show by using the principle of mathematical induction. Using the principle of mathematical induction. That every finite subset of a lattice has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Okay, from the definition of lattice only, every two element subset of that poset has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound, then only you see that the corresponding poset will be a lattice. Then by this one we have to check whether every finite subset of a lattice has a least upper bound or and greatest lower bound or not. For example, if we will choose n equal to 3, and we have taken a1, a2, and a3 be any three elements in a lattice L. Okay, now as L will be a lattice, then it is closed under both the operations join and meet. Then a1 join a2 is belonging to L. Whatever will be the a1 join a2, it is an element which is belonging to L. Let us take this one as small a. Then this small a join a3 is again in L. Since L is a lattice, a3 is belonging to L, but a is nothing but a1 join a2 join a3 is belonging to L. So whenever L will be a lattice, then join of any number of element is belonging to L. But for that we have to take the subset will be finite only. So any finite subset of a lattice has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Let us check how. Okay, now what should be the least upper bound of any two element a1 and a2, which is a1 join a2. So a1 a2 are related to or precedes a1 join a2. So whenever we will take a3 be another element, and a1 and least upper bound of this a1 join a2 will be, sorry, least upper bound of these two elements a1 and a2 will be a1 join a2. but it obviously precedes A1 join A2 join A3, since A3 will be one another element belonging to lattice L. So now if A1, A2, A3 precedes the element C, then A1 join A2 and A3 must precede C. Since whenever A1, A2, A3 precedes C, it means C is an upper bound of all these three elements. As this one is the upper bound of these three elements, then it must be upper bound of A1 join A2 and A3 also. So A1 join A2 and A3 must be precedes C, where C is an upper bound of A1, A2 and A3. A1, A2 and the element A3. Okay, now as this one is an upper bound, then A1 join A2 join A3 must precede C, since C is an upper bond. Okay, as C is an upper bond of these three elements. Okay, so which implies C is an upper bond of these elements A1 join A2 and A3. Okay, but by the definition of least upper bond, thus A1 join A2 join A3 must be a least upper bond of the three elements A1, A2 and A3. Since A1 join A2 will be the least upper bond of A1 and A2, A1 join A2 join A3 will be the least upper bond of these three elements, that is A1, A2 and A3. But we know that there is a whenever we have defined the operation join and meet, then after that we have defined, that is we have proved some properties, that is idempotent, associative, commutative and absorption properties. So either here we can take A1 join A2 join A3 or A1 join A2 join A3. Okay, so by the associative and commutative property, we can write least upper bound of these three elements A1, A2 and A3 as A1 join A2 join A3, or it is A1 join A2 join A3, or A2 join A1 join A3, and so on, whatever will be its possibilities. Okay, that is, it is equal to join of I running from 1 to 3 AI. Okay, that is, it is nothing but join A1 join A2 join A3, which is by the properties of join. That is, since join will be a operation which is closed under four properties, that is absorption, idempotent, associative and commutative. Then from that one, least upper bound of these three elements A1, A2, A3 can be taken in this way, this way, this way, or whatever will be the its possibilities. That is join from I running from 1 to 3 AI. Similarly for meet also, the greatest lower bound of the three elements A1, A2, A3 is nothing but A1 meet A2 meet A3, or A1 meet A2 meet A3, or A2 meet A1 meet A3, and all its possibilities. So actually it is nothing but the operation meet I running from 1 to 3 AI. Okay, so whenever L join meet be a lattice and S is a subset of L, that is S be a finite subset of L, that is S can be taken and this way, that is S is nothing but some A1, A2 up to so on AN. Here we have taken only for three elements, which is true for any finite number of elements. So the least upper bound and greatest lower bond of yes can be expressed as can be expressed as list upper bond of yes. What is the list upper bond of yes? Join I running from 1 to n ai, and greatest lower bond of yes is nothing but meet I running from 1 to n ai, which is from this previous one. Okay, so join of here, join of I running from 1 to n ai is nothing but a1 join a2 join up to so on join an, and meet of I running from 1 to n ai is nothing but a1 meet a2 meet up to so on meet an. Okay, so whenever there is a lattice and S be any finite subset of that lattice L, then that subset has always a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Okay, कुणाल काही doubt यामध्ये?
No, sir.
If we take the finite subset, for infinite it is not true. Okay, so there is a note. So first here we write every finite subset of a lattice has greatest lower bound and least upper bound. But for infinite subset it is not true. For example, note, if we take Z plus will be a lattice under the relation less equal. This will be a lattice since we in previous lecture, in some previous lecture we have defined Z plus with relation less equal must be a lattice. That is, I think we have taken maximum and minimum for the join and meet. Okay, so this will be a lattice. Now tell me whether every subset of that Z plus is closed under greatest lower bound and least upper bound. For finite subset, it is obviously true. Whenever we will take any finite subset of Z plus, then always the least upper bound and greatest lower bound exist. What about the infinite subset of that lattice here?
We cannot say greatest lower bound and least upper bound.
Why?
Infinite असेल ना सर, find out कसं करणार? Least upper bound.
Then give
upper
an
bound
example.
सांगता येणार नाही.
Yes, give an example of that Z plus. Here, as it is Z plus, then it must have the least element. Yes, na?
Yes, sir.
Z
Least
plus
upper
means
bound
it is
सांगता
all
येणार.
the positive integers. This means it having a least element, which is 1. What about the greatest element? Give one example, one subset of that Z plus having either not a least upper, either the least upper bound is not present or greatest lower bound is not present. By the Weyl ordering principle. What is Weyl ordering principle? Every non-empty subset of a set of positive integer has a
Least
least
element.
element. If it has a least element, then that least element must be the least, greatest lower bound. Okay, so there is no problem with greatest lower bound. So if there is a problem, then that should be must be with least upper bound only. So give me one subset of Z plus
Set of even
which
integers.
set of
Even integers.
yes.
Positive
that's-
even integers.
Yes, positive even integer, which has a not a least upper bound, since
Yes, sir.
there is no element which is divisible by all the even integers. Either we can take set of all the even integers or Z plus, that is Z plus is itself a subset of Z plus. So here that Z plus will be a subset of that set having no least upper bound, since there is no element which is less than which is greater than or equal to all the previous elements. Sorry, मी परत मागे सांगताना divisibility चं रिलेशन सांगितलं वाटतं. Yes ना?
Yes, sir.
Relation is less equal. It means here there is a element 1 which is less equal by all the remaining elements, but there is no element in Z plus which is greater equal by all the positive integers. So Z plus has a no least upper bound, which implies Z plus has no least upper bound. As it has no least upper bound, then from that one we conclude that, so instead of a finite subset, whenever we will take an infinite subset of a lattice, then it may or may not have a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. So here there will be a note, and that one is nothing but a lattice may fail to possess a greatest lower bond or least upper bond for any arbitrary subset. For finite subset, it is obviously true. Arbitrary subset. For finite subset, it is obviously true, since we know that if there is a lattice, then its every two element subset will be a comparable. That is, its every two element has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. So whenever we will take A1 and A2 be any two elements, then A1 join A2 must be present in that non-empty subset. Okay, so whenever we will take A1 join A2 is belonging to yes, and we have to join A3 with these two elements. Whenever A1 join A2 is belonging to yes, then it will be considered as some single element A. Now we have to join this A with A3. Then again, as it is every two element subset of lattice is closed with respect to join and meet, again it can be considered as a join of only two element. Actually it is join of three elements, that is A1 join A2 join A3, but A1 join A2 is a member of yes, it means it is a single element, and that single element join A3, again it can be considered as only two element, and which are again belonging to our lattice here. Okay, so in this way we can say that every finite subset of a lattice will have a least upper bound and greatest lower bound, but for infinite subset it is not true, since here we have one example Z plus with relation less equal, which has one subset which has a no least upper bound. Instead of Z plus, whenever we will take Z minus, then it has no greatest lower bound. Okay, कुणाल काही doubt यामध्ये?
No, sir.
Now there is a type of lattice, that one is nothing but the complete lattice. Let us see what is a complete lattice. A lattice is called complete if each of its non-empty subset has least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Okay, so any lattice is said to be a complete lattice if each of its non-empty subset has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Yes, लॅटिसच्या डेफिनेशन मध्ये आणि कंप्लीट लॅटिसच्या डेफिनेशन मध्ये काही फरक आहे का? What is lattice? Yes, what is the lattice? लॅटिस माहित नाही तुम्हाला? Yes, what is a lattice? Any poset is said to be a lattice?
If it has least upper bound and greatest lower bound.
Start करून द्यायला पाहिजे का तुम्हाला? If it has a every two element subset of it has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. प्रत्येक दोन एलिमेंट सबसेट साठी आहे ना तो? का नाही?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is a complete lattice? First it is a lattice, and then it is said to be a complete whenever every non-empty subset of it has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Okay, for lattice we have to check every two element subset, and that lattice is said to be a complete lattice whenever its every non-empty subset has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. As previously we have proved one result, that is every finite subset of a lattice is every finite subset of a lattice has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound, whether L will be finite or infinite. But whenever we will take lattice L itself as a finite, then its every subset must be finite. Yes na?
Yes, sir.
लॅटिस प्रिव्हियसली प्रूव्ह काय केलं आपण, एव्हरी फायनाईट सबसेट ऑफ L has least upper bond and greatest lower bond. Either L will be finite or infinite, but as from this result every finite subset of L has a least upper bond and greatest lower bond. If we take L itself as a finite, if L is finite, then its every subset must be finite, which implies
Yes, sir.
every finite subset of this L is again finite. It means every subset of this L is again finite, then which has from this result every subset of this L has a least upper bond and greatest lower bond. As every subset of L has a least upper bound and a greatest lower bound, then by the definition of complete lattice, L must be a lattice. ठीक आहे का?
Yes, sir.
कंप्लीट लॅटिस काय म्हणतो, जर एखादा लॅटिस हा कंप्लीट लॅटिस कधी होईल, जर त्याचा कोणताही नॉन एम्प्टी सबसेट जर मी घेतला तर त्याला लिस्ट अपर बॉन्ड आणि ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बॉन्ड आला पाहिजे. आणखीन एक रिझल्ट आपल्याला काय माहितीये, एव्हरी फायनाईट सबसेट ऑफ अ लॅटिस हॅज अ लिस्ट अपर बॉन्ड अँड ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बॉन्ड. एल माझा फायनाईट आहे नाहीये काही माहित नाही, पण त्याचा कोणताही फायनाईट सबसेट जर घेतला लॅटिसचा तर त्याला लिस्ट अपर बॉन्ड आणि ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बॉन्ड येतो. हे रिझल्ट मला माहिती आहे. त्याच्यावरून फक्त आपण एक कंडिशन काय टाकायची, एल ला फायनाईट करायचं. एल जर फायनाईट केला तर ऑब्व्हियसली त्याचा कोणताही सबसेट घेतला तर तो फायनाईटच येईल. आणखीन हा रिझल्ट का सांगतो, कोणताही फायनाईट सबसेट घेतला एखाद्या लॅटिसचा तर तो ऑलवेज त्याला लिस्ट अपर बॉन्ड आणि ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बॉन्ड येतो. याचा अर्थ काय होईल, एलच्या प्रत्येक सबसेटला लिस्ट अपर बॉन्ड आणि ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बॉन्ड मिळेल. म्हणजे by the definition of complete lattice, this L must be a complete lattice.
Yes, sir.
So here clearly every finite lattice is a complete. Infinite lattice ला हे टाकू शकतो का आपण असं, हे रिझल्ट?
No, sir.
Since we have one example, Z plus with relation less equal, it has one subset which has no least upper bound. So for infinite it is not true, but whenever we make this L as a finite, then obviously every finite lattice will be a complete lattice, because every subset here is finite. As every subset is finite, then it has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Also, every complete lattice has a least element and greatest element. As if there is lattice L and if it is complete, then we have, by the definition of complete lattice, every non-empty subset of it has a least upper bound and greatest lower bound. As L will be a complete lattice, then it is itself a subset. As it is itself a subset, then having least upper bound and greatest lower bound are nothing but the least element and greatest element. Okay. And the least and greatest element greatest elements of a lattice are called the bounds. Either we can say the bounds, units, or universal bounds. Of the lattice. Where the least element is denoted by 0 and the greatest element can be denoted by 1. the lattice and are denoted by 0 and 1. The least element is denoted by 0 and the greatest element is denoted by 1 respectively. Okay, and a lattice, suppose there is a lattice which has both elements 0 and 1, such a lattice is called as a bounded lattice. And is denoted by as it is a lattice, then it must be closed under these two operations and having least element and greatest element 0 and 1. So a bounded lattice is in general denoted by this symbol, that is L, with two operations join and meet and having least element 0 and greatest element 1. Now tell me whether every lattice is a bounded lattice. Yes, प्रत्येक लॅटिस हा माझा बाउंडेड असेल का?
No, sir.
Can you do an example?
Z plus with relation less equal.
Yes, it has a least element, but it has a no greatest element. But instead of any lattice, if we add a restriction on that lattice, that is, if there is a whether every finite lattice is a bounded lattice.
Yes, sir.
As it is a finite lattice, then it must be, as we know that one result, every finite lattice is a complete lattice, and every complete lattice has a least element and greatest element. Then from that one, every finite lattice is a bounded lattice. Therefore, every finite lattice L with operations join and meet with elements of that Ln. Let us take this one as Ln, having elements are some A1, A2, An, is bounded. Okay, so as it is bounded, then what should be the least upper bound? From the definition, greatest lower bound is nothing but meet I running from 1 to n ai, and whenever we will take the meet of all that elements, as it has a least element, then it must be equal to 0, and join of I running from 1 to n ai must be equal to 1. Since one is denoted by greatest element is denoted by 1 and least element is denoted by 0. As it is a finite lattice, then it has both the elements least element and greatest element. So whenever we will take the join of all the n elements, then it must be equal to 1, and meet of all that n element which is equal to 0. तुम्हाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये?
No, sir.
Okay, now if suppose power set of S with inclusion relation will be lattice, then its join will be union and meet will be intersection. Now this one is a lattice. Now tell me whether power set of S with two operations union and intersection, whenever S will be finite, whether it is bounded or not. Yes, हा माझा जर फायनाइट असेल तर पॉवर सेट ऑफ एस मध्ये काहीतरी 2n एलिमेंट असतील, ऑपरेशन युनियन आणि इंटरसेक्शन आहेत, तर माझ्या त्याच्या प्रत्येक नॉन एम्प्टी सबसेटला तिकडे जायचं, कंप्लीट लॅटिस कडे जायची गरज नाही. वी हॅव टू चेक फायनाइट लॅटिस वेदर इट इज बाउंडेड, दॅट इज वेदर एव्हरी दिस पॉवर सेट ऑफ एस हॅज अ ग्रेटेस्ट एलिमेंट अँड लिस्ट एलिमेंट, which is yes, since if power set of S has n element, then power set of S has 2 raised to n element. So if it is bounded, then what should be its least element and what is its greatest element? Power set of S with inclusion relation ला सर्वात लहान एलिमेंट कोणता असतो दिलेला, which is 5. So 5 will be work as a least element, and what should be its greatest element? Set itself. So it is bounded with phi is nothing but 0, that is least element, and S itself is nothing but the greatest element 1. Now third one, the lattice Z plus under partial order divisibility is bounded or not. Here relation will be different. That is, here relation will be divisibility. Instead of less equal, here we have taken the relation as divisibility. Either it is bounded. If it is bounded, then it has both least element and greatest element. Yes, set Z plus आहे relation divisibility. जर हा बाउंडेड म्हणायचा असेल तर याला लिस्ट एलिमेंट आणि ग्रेटेस्ट एलिमेंट दोन्ही आले पाहिजे. Z plus with relation divisibility. What should be least upper bound? That is, least element is nothing but an element which divides all the remaining elements. That is 1. 1 is possible. Now tell me one that is element of Z plus, some A belonging to Z plus, which is divisible by all the remaining positive integers. Whether such element is possible.
No, sir.
So this one is not bounded since it has a list element 1, list element 1, but not greatest element, but no greatest element. If instead of this lattice, if we have taken the lattice Z with the relation less equal, now tell me whether it has a least element or greatest element, or both are present, or neither least element nor greatest element.
Neither least nor
So
greatest.
Z with relation less equal is a lattice which has neither a least element, neither least element nor a greatest element. Now, if suppose there is a lattice having least element will be 0 and greatest element will be 1, then if A be any element which is belonging to lattice L, then what should be the meet of 0 with A or A with 0?
0.
Where if 0 is an list element, then for any element A belonging to L, 0 meet A is nothing but 0, and same for A meet 0, for which is true for any A belonging to L. What should be the join of A with 0?
A.
Which is A. What should be the meet of 1 with any element A? 1 should be greatest element, and A be any element in L.
A.
As it should be the greatest element, then there is no connections leading up to this one. Then meet of this one with A is A, and join of 1 with A,
1.
which is 1, since 1 will be the greatest element. Okay. कोणाला काही आजच्या लेक्चर मध्ये डाऊट?
No, sir.
No, sir.